Well, I'm here at Mom's, and you might remember the old Dexta. Here's an interesting contraption that my father built to go behind the tractor. It's a corkscrew wood splitter. Now, the corkscrew wood splitter has been around for a long time, but a lot of the corkscrews, the first ones that were made to bolt directly to the back wheel of a car. The hardest thing is to hold a block of wood still while the screw digs into it, and you definitely don't want to put your hand onto the corkscrew because it'll dig right through you. What we found is that if you got a block of wood stuck on the corkscrew, it would break the shaft off that the corkscrew was mounted on, which is why my father built it with these huge bearing blocks here. And this is one solid big shaft running right through here. This weld is just a collar on here to keep the shaft from sliding back and forth. And under this guard here, there's a coupler on the end. It's bolted onto a yoke for a drive shaft, and then there's a regular PTO shaft bolted to it. And of course the axle here is made with old implement axles, and they were just slid into this piece of pipe and then welded so they can't slide out. This big piece of channel iron here, you stand the block of wood on end on top of the piece of channel iron and slide it sideways in against the screw. But what splits the wood is a combination of the screw and an old axe head welded to the bottom underneath. The axe head keeps the block of wood from spinning around and around, as well as being driven into the crack alongside the corkscrew. So it's much more efficient than just having the open corkscrew and a bar for the block of wood to fall against. The first one that we had, actually, we had a neighbor who was a machinist who made one for us before my father got his lathe. This is one that my father machined himself. But the man who made our first one machined out one of these and welded it onto a coupler that went directly onto the PTO shaft on the tractor. So instead of having a long PTO shaft back here, it just had the corkscrew right there. And when you put a block of wood against the corkscrew, the block of wood went down against the drawbar of the tractor. The problem is the corkscrew is wedge-shaped, and so the space between the corkscrew and the tractor drawbar gets narrower and narrower as the corkscrew goes into the block of wood. And that literally forced the corkscrew away from the drawbar of the tractor, breaking the PTO shaft off the back of the tractor. So when we found out that it worked that way, we had to rework the idea so that the block of wood is not going between the stationary bar that keeps it from turning and the wedge shape of the corkscrew. Because if the block of wood goes in between there, it breaks the corkscrew. It's amazing how much power these corkscrews have and how fast they can split wood. I'd start the tractor and split a bit of wood, but it's just getting chilly enough in the fall, and I'm not sure. It's a little bit of trouble to start the old Dexta. We've got a pile of wood sitting over here by the woodshed, and we'll see, maybe Maybe I'll complete this video in a day or two, come down here and help Charlie cut some wood. The key to making this wood splitter look good is to actually get the blocks of wood between you and the splitter, so you never actually get your hand in its proximity to be able to get it stuck on the splitter. Tractor just sits here with the PTO running, and it's only running about half throttle. We're just using the Dexta here, and as you can hear, the tractor doesn't work down at all. Oh well, we run this thing. The neighbor boys are here helping get Mom's wood all cut and split for the winter. Doesn't take too long when you have a couple of nice young fellas. Another guy over there stacking it into the woodshed. Wood was twice as big when I saw it yesterday. Now it's already half of it split up. The thing about this wood splitter is that the splitter keeps on running the whole time. When you put a block of wood on it, you can take as much time as you want, and that splitter isn't cycling back and forth on you, or there's no lever that you have to try to push while you're putting a block of wood on it. You just slide the block into the splitter and it's split.